Hello. It's been a while since I've gone live on YouTube because I had been really good about recording my content ahead of time, but with so many things going on in our life and just um lots of personal stuff happening, lots of shifting happening in my business, I did not have time. And because we have an upcoming birthday party, that is happening. So I have not been able to record content. So I had time today and blocked it off to go live with everyone. Um, so that we could talk about ClickUp and its new features. Um, and what you can look forward to, how this is going to help your team, features that maybe you're not aware of that is coming, and how they can help you. So if you are on the fence about ClickUp, new to ClickUp, or maybe use ClickUp but didn't attend the conference and are following me for ClickUp updates, that is what this is because I attended the conference, so you didn't have to, and watch all the all pretty much all the presentations. Um, while I was working that day, since I have a multiple monitor setup. Wow, that was a tongue twister. But so I'm going to go through a couple of the updates that they shared and kind of like when you can expect them and how this is going to look for you if you sign up. So currently there's like a wait list right now for ClickUp 3.0. So if you're currently using ClickUp, you want to get on that wait list if you want these updates sooner. If not, they'll start rolling out around April. They said the updates will happen. So you might see yours get updated later rather than sooner. Um, so if you're on the wait list, you might get it more end of March, beginning of April, as one of the early rollouts, which I'm hoping to get for my ClickUp and my clients' ClickUp as well, because as one of the benefits of working with me is if you don't have ClickUp and want to have ClickUp, I can set you up with a workspace within my ClickUp or a folder. You get access to ClickUp and setups um, for my consulting clients or my OBM clients. But um, with the updates that are happening, the one I'm most excited for, and I think it'll be the most beneficial for everyone, is the new home screen. So if you're not familiar with ClickUp's home screen that it is now, um, let me share my screen if I can. Um, let me see if I can find it. Okay. We're gonna add that. So if you see my screen, this is the home screen right now. So it's like not a lot of people like this screen. There's the trending, there's a lineup, which I don't really use the lineup as much. I do use the trending a lot more because that's tasks I'm editing or my team's editing. Um, the calendar view is really helpful, and then the work, comments, done, delegated. These are really helpful. But what's going to happen, and then you have your agenda and your mentions. But what's going to happen is that they are going to make it more customizable. So I'm going to remove that for right now, and we might come back to that screen. So they're going to make it more customizable. They're going to make it so you can add widgets. So if you're familiar with the dashboard view, you will now be able to customize your home screen more with widgets, which I am the most excited about because it gives you, the user, more control over what makes sense for you to see, especially if you have different roles within your team, like managers and contractors. They're going to need different or want different views. As a manager for a couple of remote teams, I know that there are some things that I wish I could see on my home screen that aren't because I'm managing other people's work, not just my own work. So that's something to look forward to. And in addition to the customizable home screen, they're going to have an option where, so you can sometimes pop out. So it's going to be similar to um, when they have the side view with the spaces, dashboards, and docs, you can now pop out on the other side your home screen. So you'll be able to view and access the home screen at any place, which I think is very helpful, especially when you're trying to stay on task and stay on in priority. Um, so it's going to help with your productivity. It's going to help with just moving from one task to the next and making it easier and more user friendly. So a lot of the updates are really focused on speed, reliability, and usability, because I know that I get a lot of feedback from people who are looking into ClickUp or asking me like what's the best tool for me. They just find the user base and the interface hard to understand, especially my ADHD clients. Um, it's just too much, it's too overwhelming for them sometimes, and these new updates that are happening are also going to make a new and better interface. So along with the widgets on your home screen, they're going to make it so that you have more custom abilities in the list view as well. So they're talking about putting in widgets inside the list. So instead of having the different forms, I'm really excited to see how they play that out and how that comes out. Because I think it is also going to make it so that you can see the list, but also see almost like a dashboard view at the same time. But they only showed a few screenshots and a little bit of images of that. So it was hard to kind of tell what that's going to look like and how they play it out. But the widget features are going to be amazing. And as well as the new interface and the new usability that are coming out. And they are also moving more to a database style, which for some people, that's going to be like a con because it might seem very overwhelming to you, especially if you're a smaller business owner. But it's going to make it better for you because you can use the tool more as a database. I know a lot of my clients and I use it as a database, but so that having these extra features and connectivity is really going to help make it better, just like from the data perspective. Um, and then one a couple other things that they mentioned was there's going to be a new AI that is going to help create summaries and create copy from notes in the dash or the doc view. That also leads into another new feature with the docs that um, they're turning it more so like the two tools that I can see this being comparable to is Otter.ai if you use that as an entrepreneur and a small business owner, and also Google Folders. So they're making it so that Google Drive really. They're making it so that the docs are organized better. So you have folders and you can um, organize the docs so they're not just in the list or in the sidebar. They're going to have, so when you click onto the doc section on the um, left-hand side of your screen, it'll be more organized. So if you go to all there, you can have folders almost, which I think that's going to help a lot of people because right now that section's a little bit overwhelming to some people. And it makes it a little bit harder to find things, especially if you're not the one setting it up. If you're a contractor on a team or a new hire, sometimes it can be difficult to find things. So that's going to help immensely. But I think most of what they're trying to update here is the usability and the bugs and the slow speed, because I know that there has been a lot of feedback on things not working properly or fast enough or not saving quick enough and there being a lag. So I think they're going to address a lot of those bugs as well in that update. So it will therefore increase productivity as well because of the delay being reduced, the lag time, that sometimes is a huge pain. So I'm hoping to see that get better with this update as well from what they mentioned. And if you are looking to get switched over, I would say it's not going to be any better to wait to get switched over or to start using it because the changes aren't going to be at that major. Like there are going to be some new features that are major changes, but you'd still want to get started to get on your team, building out your hierarchy, building out your processes, and getting comfortable with those features before they get better. So I would say you don't want to or shouldn't wait till the ClickUp 3.0 comes out. It's still better to get started with your build now if you're interested in a build or getting it switched out. If you want help with the build, there's a link in the bio or a link in the description below. Bio, I feel like I'm on Instagram. In the description below to contact me for ClickUp builds that I help clients with. But or if you have questions about ClickUp, that's something that um, I can definitely help you with. If you're like, I'm not sure if this is the right tool for me, I'm really open and honest because I know it's not for everyone. I think it's a great tool, but I know some entrepreneurs and small business owners aren't totally ready to commit to something like this. Um, oh, and I just thought of another feature that I forgot about earlier because I was thinking about form builds. So forms are also going to have some logic built in. So that's going to give better dynamic for form questions because I know that they have been really, really limited thus far, but I love using the form feature. That's one of my favorite features in ClickUp. So I don't have to have a separate tool. I can create forms responses that feed right into my testimonial database, right into my YouTube series database. So we know, my team and I know that, we have to reach out to somebody to book, or we need promo material, or et cetera, contact information. Um, and then we can also put email those people right from within ClickUp thanks to the email feature, which is also one of my other favorite features, but they didn't announce anything with an update. I just like talking about that feature because sometimes um it goes unused in a lot of clients that I see. The email feature is such a powerful tool and it helps streamline your communication, and it provides that transparency within your team. Um, Especially with leads. Like I was just talking to my husband about this because we're building out kind of like their CRM in ClickUp, which is controversial, I know, but for his business, it works really well due to the nature of it. Um, but being able to email leads back and forth from the ClickUp will be beneficial because I'm working as his ops manager now. There's him and another business partner who also have access to the ClickUp. So being able to see who and what was emailed when within ClickUp is just so much better because if you're emailing out of a traditional email inbox, you can't really see that unless you have access to it. So it is better to see all that communication, and it centralizes all the communication onto one task. So I'm not getting distracted, which for me with ADHD, which I talked about earlier, that I have a lot of clients with ADHD, it helps me stay focused when I compartmentalize everything into ClickUp like that. So there are a lot of pros and cons if you have ADHD to make it work for you and just to block out some of the features you don't need, because there are features that you can use that sometimes don't need to be used in your business. That's another thing I tell a lot of clients. You don't have to use all the features. They are there for you as you get to new levels of your business. I've been using ClickUp since I started my business in 2019. I have grown with it. I think it's one of the tried and true tools that I will never get rid of. And I will continue to promote and partner with because of their mission is very aligned with my mission to help free up entrepreneur and service providers time so that they can live a life that they enjoy and not waste time in their business. So it cuts down on that admin, it cuts down on the BS, it cuts down on the overwhelm of mental exhaustion that um, so many entrepreneurs talk about. That is just like that mental burden that you carry because of everything in your head. Like I compare it to like the unspoken mom burden, or not burden, but the role, like on Instagram and TikTok, I always see these moms posting about unspoken mental load that moms have to carry. Well, there's like a mental load as well when it comes to entrepreneurs. So this helps alleviate that burden with using ClickUp and having your virtual, I like to call them virtual headquarters. It's a whole virtual headquarter for you and your team online. And the database feature that they're putting out is going to only enhance that ability for you. So if you're interested, have questions, feel free to contact me at the link below. If you haven't signed up and are wanting to sign up, check out my link, my affiliate link in the task below. You can have a free account. The only limitation is space. Once you hit a certain space, then you'd have to bump up to the unlimited plan. If you're a small business owner, I suggest just jumping right into the business plan, the $12 a month plan, I think it is now. to get those email features, forms, and to get the branding ability that ClickUp offers. It's just worth it. Even if it is just you right now, it's still so worth it for the space, the integration. And if you have questions, feel free to follow me on Instagram and DM me because I'm always available, or contact me through my website. So talk to you all soon.